Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Young-Suk Park. I teach at the Yonsei University for Future Studies. It's been about 20 years. I used to teach at Ihwa also for graduate design school, and currently I'm the editor of AInet.link and Blockchain AI News. I used to work for the British Embassy for 20 years and also 10 years with the Australian Embassy as a director of public diplomacy. Today I'm going to talk about volunteering, why volunteers are necessary, why volunteers are very meaningful. I used to lead the Korean Foster Care Association for the last 35 years. That was volunteer work, and I've done quite a lot of work with single mothers and so on and so forth. Today I'm going to emphasize that all these changes are coming toward us, and it's a dramatic change due to COVID-19, as you are aware. Things disappeared in last 30 years. You can see that so many things are disappearing, and those things disappeared are large companies such as Kodak and all these, and they became sort of app and internet companies. If you can see all those, and the remaining one is the notebook, we call it laptop, and the smartphone, as well as the sunglasses. Sunglasses lasted quite a long time. What I'm trying to say is that things are changing. Also, volunteers have to change also. That's what I'm stressing today. And with the Millennium Project, I'm the currently chair of the Millennium Project Korea. We have 4,500 futurists and also professors and NGO leaders leading this global think tank, Futures think tank. And we stressed 30 years ago these future trends. So agricultural era, power shift. Religion was powerful. Industrial era, nation states are powerful. They were still, they were very powerful, but they're still existing. However, they lose quite a lot of power. Information era, corporations such as Google, Apple, Amazon, you can see. And currently we are in the conscious technology era, blockchain AI era, where individuals are very powerful, and in Korea there are a lot of demonstrations and stages, rallies. Those are because of the powerful individuals. They are expressing themselves. So no middlemen they want, and people do not wish to be ruled by the government, by anybody. So we are saying that this is the era of volunteers. Volunteers increase. Volunteers, during whatever the changes, volunteers come up first to change the world and trying to settle down the world. The Greek philosopher Aristotle said that volunteering allows you to connect to your community and make it a better place. And volunteering is a two-way street. It can benefit you and your family as much as the cause. So Greek philosopher Aristotle once said that the essence of life is to serve others and do good. Very simple. So we're trying to sort of do good for changing world due to COVID-19. Deep hybridity. Things are changing. Hybrid, all mixed hybrid, deep hybridity, and deep change with the help of volunteers. That's what we are aiming at. Deep hybridity is a blend of the physical, biological, and digital worlds. Is the final future trend you should be aware of. Things are changing. And so many ways it is changing, and volunteers, of course, and Korea Volunteer Association have to change. every organization needs to consider how they offer physical and digital experiences that work seamlessly for those who interact with it. For example, like the post office, we say that post office will disappear eventually. Post office will be changed to a drone port. All the drones will deliver mails to 종로 2가, 종로 3가, whatever. Therefore, you have to be ready for the change. And the post office group have a multifaceted approach to creating whatever the experience is. And you have to sort of think about home businesses, remote working. If there is a remote working, post office will be busier or less emails, less mails or less delivery. You have to think about it. Online shopping habit. Online shopping is also dealt by post office. However, online shopping is like booming at the moment. They are delivering, and delivery facilities, delivery companies like Coupang and whatever, they are booming. They are booming. So post office have to sort of go through these changes. That's very important. Every organization must now consider how they change, how they provide products and services. So the fourth industrial revolution, we are saying that the fourth industrial revolution is all about cyber physical system and using technology to dramatically change our world. So it may have begun in the manufacturing world and all the facets of daily life. So opportunities are there, and also the Korean Volunteers Association has the opportunity. You have to change, you have to see new things and new world. So during the transition, volunteers are needed, and volunteers are the leaders. So when there is a crisis like a COVID-19, things change dramatically. Some of our biggest social systems and modern industries, such as education will change dramatically. Schools will disappear and universities will be sort of decreasing the numbers. Transportation, you don't have a regular transportation. You have flying cars and drone taxi, air taxis. And also, there are so rapid changes in transport. Energy, of course, it's solar rather than fossil fuel. Food, you don't really cook. You don't have to have a cook anymore. You can deliver all the food. Healthcare, so many healthcares are different from before COVID-19. So Korea Volunteers Association has to plan to bring volunteers who are idle due to Neuralink. I'm going to show what the Neuralink device is. Neuralink device is you put your chip on your head to do all the work, to do all your studies. So you don't have to go to school, you don't have to have teachers, so on and so forth. I'll show it to you. So Neuralink device in their brain. In the middle of AI-driven world, people would look for more volunteers to help other people who are damaged by three factors. The AI resets the whole world. And transition shock period. Because of transition, you don't know what to do. There's a shock period. And also great disconnection because of COVID-19. There's a lockdown and there are stops from all these transportation from to wherever in Europe. So basically I'm saying that you have to change, and the changes are due to whatever that I am explaining. Students who stay home for online classes would like to come out for more volunteering. I think you need to have more volunteers and more volunteering. So during the 1900s, this is the April 15th, New York City, the Fifth Avenue, there are all these, cartridges, carts, and horses. Where is the car? There's one car came out, 1900. But within 13 years, in 1913, same place, same, street, and the Fifth Avenue, New York, in 13 years, things all changed and there are only one horse running exactly same as the place where the car was. Okay, so I'm saying that things are changing, and this is in 2030. You don't have to drive. These are all, AV, autonomous vehicles. And people would also have chips so that they can have all these, chips to prevent collision. So there will be no car accidents, no collision, so on and so forth. Things are moving automatically. I'm going to show you this Neuralink, and Neuralink was established by Elon Musk, I think it's 2016, and the BCI. He showed us BCI, brain-computer interface. Brain and computer will be connected, and how it's connected, you will see he had a plan of this for a long time, and now he has established this Neuralink called Neuralink. And this is something like Fitbit. Fitbit, you have like a bracelet type Fitbit to control or monitor your physical body. Fitbit for the brain. And the people within 10 years, 5 to 10 years, will have a link device on your top of brain. It doesn't go all the way through its skin. You have to, I'll show it to you. So neutral interface that seamlessly listen to on the brain's electrical signal, so that it connects to the outside supercomputer, and supercomputer sends you all this information, knowledge that you don't have to study at school or with the professors. So if you see that the brain mostly operate on electrical signals, if we can tap into those enigmatic neural code, the brain's internal language, we could potentially become the architects of our own mind. You don't have to have all this, memory and studying and all this. It comes directly, unloaded, something like that. This is okay. The life before Neuralink and life after Neuralink. That's what we are saying. Neuralink was announced. Neuralink, actually, link device was announced on the 28th of August. This year. We've been waiting for this, and if you can put a chip on your brain, then you don't have to study, you don't have to do all the learning. Things will change. And this this pig, Gottfried, had currently he has the chip on his brain, and those moving factors saying that I'm hungry, I'm not happy, or I want to go out, and all these, so that you can read mind. Neuralink architecture was, last summer he was going to put it right here behind the ear, but now he wants to put it up on top, and this is a Neuralink architecture. You can see that on top you just cut a little bit of a skin, only the skin, and you put something like a penny size of a token on your brain, and you put it back, the skin, and put the tape in it, just tape. You don't have to stitch it. So simple. It takes only 50 minutes, 50 minutes, and this looks like this, the link. We call it the link. This life of the link. If you put it on your brain, things will change dramatically. So getting a link, we will getting, at the moment, patients are getting a link. Patients, you have Alzheimer's and whatever. Those who are in the hospital can get a link. And these 3 pigs came with 2 months, with a link. And one pig the link was taken out after 3 months of, the link. And this the last one was normal. You don't have any link and whatever, but they behave the same. They behave the same. Therefore, if you have a link on your brain or not, you will be the same. So you do not have to worry about. And what the link has contained, so and so forth. So life after 28th of August and the life after, before, things are changing. This is a link device. How you put your link on your brain, and this is simple, and it takes only 50 minutes, and it will be about $100 to $200, and also you can just walk out after 50 minutes or after sort of 2-3 hours. You can go home. You don't have to hospitalize or anything like that. This is the Elon Musk, the Tesla Group chairman, explaining what it is. Okay, so this is a device, how you put it in on your brain, on top of your brain, and this brain connects with a computer, such as if you think of this Sycamore. Sycamore is Google's quantum computer. Normal supercomputer takes 10,000 years, and they will sort of, they will conclude it takes only 3 minutes by these sycamores. You think about a huge amount of information, knowledge will go through your brain automatically. So things are so different. Things are different. So what it is, Google's quantum computer, Sycamore, has just claimed quantum supremacy, and normally, for a supercomputer, 10,000 years, and it takes only 200 seconds, which is 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, we will sort of gather all the information and also analyze whatever you have, everything in the world, all the knowledge in the world. This is Google's Sycamore. See, mind uploading. You also have a mind uploading. You can, upload your mind. When I thought about my father dying, I wanted to upload his mind, because he's a, Chinese teacher. He was teaching Korean and Chinese, and he has so much of knowledge in Chinese, and I don't. Therefore, you want to upload his mind. Anyway, I saw the Transcendence, the movie in the US, and that was portraying Ray Kurzweil, AI brain. So mind uploading is also incredible. You can mind, uploading. Technology came out. The book came out, actually. The book came out. I'll show you the book. Mind uploading technology is developing, and how you upload your brain. It's all there. It's all there physically and automatically. 자, mind uploading is also carried out in a few sort of a secret ways. And this is the film. This is a film. And this guy in the middle is dying because of a sudden sort of terrorist attack, and he sort of consumed something and he's dying. Therefore, all his work involved is going to die as well. So his wife and he suggested, let's download my mind in the computer. So this is mind uploading carried out. And his body he's dead. His body is sort of, cremated and spread in the river and so on and so forth. But he lives in the computer in the morning. This is a film, Transcendence. In the morning, his wife comes in. He says, "Good morning, Evelyn." He talks from the computer. He lives. His body is gone, but his mind, which is uploaded, and they do quite a lot of things. And this is Ray Kurzweil. Whoever who study AI, they have to know Ray Kurzweil, and he wrote how to create a mind. And if you create a mind, you can upload the mind. And this is thick book. I have a very thick book. he creates how you create the mind, and he was our futurist group members, and I've seen him several times. I invite him over to Korea as well. And Ray Kurzweil, okay, and Ray Kurzweil and these AI, Sophia is there. So artificial general intelligence, humanoid robots, Sophia, I'm going to show you. What I'm saying is that things are changing so much so that you have quite a lot of time for volunteering. Volunteers are all welcome in every asset of your life. I have written a book along with Ben Gertcher, and this is called AI Revolution 2030. It came out about 5 years ago. And AI, you know, robots. And this Sophia came to Korea. I conduct a forum, Korea Future Forum, with a news one, and they came, and she's very smart. She was making me laugh all the time. So you can see her 62 different kinds of facial descriptions, facial expressions. So that was May 2018, about two years ago, and Sophia was here in Korea. 2016 also, Robert Han came. Robert Han is a brother. He's 6 years old, and Sophia is 5 years old. So Sophia now changed to so many things. Sophia helps your children to study. You know, little Sophia is helping you, helping old people, all the generation. You can deliver drugs at the exact same time every day. And he sings, she sings. She gives a lecture which is very expensive, several thousand, $100,000. She dances. What do you need? These will teach you all the time. These will teach you whatever you need. So you can upload, or you can just get a small Sophia, which is just $300 or something, to learn everything. And finally, I'm saying that because of all this, you will lose a lot of jobs, and robots will take over a lot of jobs. But robots are our children. We will make them work for me, and I make money off the robots. So robots are not really taking our money. Robots are working for us. So that UBI, Universal Basic Income, will have the number one money coming out of robots. And second, it's CO2. Okay, so things are changing, and the volunteers have to change. Air taxi, air drone, flying cars. These you have seen these comic books, and James Bond novel became the film, which was 1964. The Man with the Golden Gun. This was a film, 007 film, James Bond. He rode flying car for the first time, and that was outrageous during 1964. But government approved. Where you got approved? This is the Dubai. Dubai government approved in 2017 for Jialiang to fly. Therefore, so many companies now came out. There are a lot of, something like 80 different companies now producing flying cars. You call it drone taxi or air taxi, and flying car, whatever. There are many ways you call it. And this is a DR7. This is Joby Aviation and Joint Air Mobility. This is Kitty Hawk and Airbus, big company. Urban Aeronautics, yeah. Something like these are coming out to us very quickly, rendering away Volo Hub. Volo Hub is a two-seater, and Volo Hub, where in Dubai Prince was in the Volo Hub. There are two-seat Yihan was the first one, Chinese, and this is the cheapest. Came out with a one-seater and later became two-seat, and Airbus came out with a pop-up. Came out 2017, and it becomes a flying car or just a car on the road. So many these companies came. The largest one with the 8-seater is the Lilium. Lilium flies from, VTOL, you call it, virtual lifting. If you have this, you do not have to have a large airports. You can have all these small drones coming toward you to pick you up and take you somewhere. See, this is a Lilium, and you will have an office like this small, and people are riding already. You do not have to have vehicles going on the road. You can fly. Flying is a lot faster, 10 times faster, and there is a lot more space in the sky. The world are changing, and volunteers and the Korea Volunteers Association and you all have to change. Thank you. This was Professor Young-Suk Park. Bye.